What's happening, guys? Tucked away in the deep south here, I found a honey hole of vintage bikes. We just counted it like 3 times, and what was the final number?
Yeah, like 36 or 36.
We had to actually put tags on them because it was kind of hard to count them. They're all kind of mixed in here, but some really cool stuff like this old vintage ATV, I guess you'd call it, ATC 3-wheeler. There's a Cowie KE100 here. These have been sitting for like 20 plus years, so they're all going to need restos. Like the throttle's locked up on it. It's going to need lots of TLC, but there's some really cool bikes here. This is a fairly low mile KE100. We've got I thought this was original Wizard from the pictures I saw, but it's actually a reproduction, like just a bicycle frame with a Wizard motor. So then we got a nice Dt175 Enduro that looks to be mostly complete, missing the headlight and tachometer, speedometer, and those things, but the tank looks to be in pretty good shape, and it's all there. Good core bike for restoration. I would say all these bikes are good core bikes for restorations, at least most of them out here. This is an original DS185, original paint.
Paperwork, yeah.
You got paperwork. We actually have the original title and manufacturer certificate origin on this. I think that tank could probably be repaired. This is how they came. These didn't come with turn signals. It's more of like a dirt bike than a street legal bike. And here's another KE100. This was a street legal one at one time. It's been stripped down. You can see it's missing the taillight and everything. But I'm not sure if there's original paint. A couple dings in the tank, but this is a pretty good looking bike right here. Then we got a KE250. This was a street legal bike too. This one's been stripped down, missing the tack and speedo and stuff, but it looks pretty good. You know, the engine looks intact. It's not seized. It kicks over. Neither is any of these first 3 bikes we looked at. None of these are seized. They're all going to need carb cleans, tires, chains and sprockets. You know, full Monty. Nice Trail 125 here. Yamaha, 3,800 miles on it. Good resto candidate. Good. This will clean up. Couple of Suzuki's. One old vintage JR50. Another later model plastic tank JR50. The first one's a steel tank. Some cool little mini bikes like this little Benelli, a Ward, Montgomery Ward, a Speedway. I kicked all these over. None of these are seized. I believe, probably need carb rebuilds and the typical stuff, but this is one you could order right from the Sears catalog back in the day. I'm not sure. What is the history of the Speedway? Do you know anything about those? This is a Speedway. There's 2 of these. There's one, and then there's a second one over here. This is a dual action Speedway. I think they just kind of Mickey Mouse the dirt bike fender onto the front of it here. I don't think it doesn't look original. It's supposed to have one chrome one like that one over there. Then you got a little Benelli, Italian manufacturer mini bike. Then one of the original Honda hardtail minis. Another good core candidate. Frames there, wheels are there, forks are bent. It's gonna need a full resto. Everything's bent, but the parts are available. You can do a frame up on that for sure. A little Suzuki, original Suzuki hopper. This was, street legal. It's supposed to have a taillight on it, but the original paint upholstery is there. There's a Rokon all-wheel drive right here. This is not currently one of the bikes that's part of the load. I guess everything's for sale, but that one was kind of one he wanted to hang on to. There's a BP. It's a 3 horsepower Briggs & Stratton BP oil, and like this little plastic body on it. It's something they raffled off at BP at one point. There's number 2 of the 2 ATCs. We've got a Yamaha Dt175 with 5,000 miles on it. Good core candidate for restoration. It's gonna need some love, but we've taken worse and made them real nice. Here's a Suzuki. I think this is a 120. This one here.
120, too short. Yeah.
I thought it was a 90 originally, but this is a 120.
120 with a 2-stage transmission.
Dual range. Sadly, the original paint tank is dented on it, as is this one here, and this DS unfortunately is a dented tank, and sadly these original paint tanks are all dented. I would hope the dent magician could probably pop them out, but they're only original paint once. I don't like repainting these classics. If you can restore around the original paint, that's the way to go. This is GT80 mini Enduro that Looks like it's been flipped over. It's gonna need a new taillight assembly, lens, and a little TLC, but it's all there. It just needs some love, you know. Been sitting for a while. A little bit of rusty on the chrome. Then you got a KU100 missing the intake on it. Heading down the road here. This road here is primarily parts bikes. This is a Yamaha Dt175 missing the engine cover, and it's missing some critical parts, and the tank's all banged in on it. But it does kick over, so that's a redeeming quality. You might be able to make one out of these three. There's 1, 2. These are the ones Junior looked at. Junior, you had put down a pretty high price on these, but you couldn't really see them. So I think we'll reconsider your offer after, or what you thought they were worth once you see the pictures. It's pretty boned out. This one here is seized also. But like I said, there are some good parts on these bikes here for sure. It's Honda Trail 70. Bits of bike. It's got some yellow parts and some other color parts, and it's been through the mill, but it's a good core parts bike. There's a Yamaha Dt100 broken shifter shaft. Is it Dt100? This one here? Is that what this is? This one is I'm not sure of the year, but it's got the shifter, the kicker shaft was snapped off, so the engine case has got to get split on this one. That's not a easy task, and it's missing a lot of parts. So I'm going to call this one a good core parts bike. Shifter's bent. It's pretty rough. Everything's taking a beating on that one. You got a couple of Honda 50s here that look like they were dragged out of the ocean or something. They're super rusty and crusty. But again, there may be some salvageable parts on these. You see, this looks like the bike's out of Mr. Kim's shop there. The seats are all beat up. This is the other Dt175. Dented tank, kind of bent up. Kicker's broken. I'm gonna need some love, but like I said, between these three, this one, that one, and that one, you might be able to make one complete bike that runs. You would need a taillight. There's no original taillight assembly on the three. This is a cool little Honda ATC 70. Appears to be mostly complete. How long has it been since any of these bikes ran?
I have not started them for, it's been years.
I think you had mentioned 20 years earlier.
20 to 15 years.
15, 20 years on any of them, and maybe half of them, you said, ran one park.
Over half of them ran when we put them in.
So this half against the wall here, these are the ones that didn't ran, the ones that are missing parts, right?
7 did not run. Correct.
Yep. Got a Pook moped here, a Yamaha Chappie moped missing some parts, and then a very crusty looking Honda. I don't know what this is. This is a Honda 90, we thought, maybe. I'm not really sure. It's an oldie, but a goodie. So we're out beating the streets. This is our first stop on the way down to Alabama. We're going to Tony Johnson's. And Larry Adams from LA Auto is our next stop. And then where are we going from there? Barry Wardlaw's. So we got like 13 shops to stop at. This is stop number 1. We'll probably make an offer on this. And see what we can do. These might end up at the Valentine's Day auction. So if you got a collection like this and you're interested in selling it, give me a call, 860-916-9784. We have CDL Class A 34 and 44 foot trailers with diesel dualies. So we can, we just bought a 53 footer, so we can come with the big rig and take up loads of bikes like this. Not a lot of shops want to buy this many bikes at once, and not a lot of shops know what to do with these. We are that guy. I am that guy that will buy all these and try to resurrect as many as we can. But pretty much every one of them is going to need, after 20 years, gas tank clean, carb clean. Tires are going to need to be replaced because they're going to be dry rotted or worn out. Figured new chain, battery, clean the carbs, go through the gaskets, new seats, that kind of stuff. Replace all the broken levers and grips. But there's potential here, and some of these are going to be easier than others. Like I said, half of them, the half that ran when they were parked here, should be easy to resurrect, easier, as long as there's no ignition issues. The ones that didn't run, well, it didn't run 20 years ago. It didn't get any easier to fix them. So, but definitely, this is A lot of projects here, a lot of potential. Thank you for letting me come here to take a look at these, and guys, stay tuned. We're gonna have a couple hundred bikes for sale at the Valentine's Day auction, so stay tuned. Junior, get your pencil out, sharpen your pencil, and go over the numbers here on these again, and we'll make a legit offer on all these. Again, this is a Whizzer clone. It's like a Schwinn with a China motor in it, basically, so that's not worth 1,200 bucks like you thought it was. So have to reconsider that one. And some of the others, you had the CTs down here at 1,400 a piece. They're definitely gonna need, you know, full restoration. So sharpen your pencil, little buddy, and stay tuned, everybody. Thanks for watching. God bless America.